Drugs ain't anything new. If a person wants to escape reality, they'll find a way. This one is something new though. It's a worm. Put it inside and you'll apparently feel some kind of crazy trip. It's taboo though. No one wants to be the weirdo shoving worms inside themselves. But recent studies have shown that it's pretty common, even compared to other drugs. No drug made by man is like it. And it wasn't even made by man. The creature just evolved alongside us apparently. They used to call them parasites. Now it's just another kind of drug, like weed. I never was interested in drugs. My friends always talked about them, but I never had the time. Sounded like too much work and too much waiting. Also too much consequence. Ugly faces, stinking breath. I'm a bit too handsome for that. My girlfriend thinks so anyway. And yet, it was her that convinced me to check out this place that knew how to safely use the worms. I couldn't say no to those precious and evil eyes, so I gave in to her sweet pleas. The guys didn't sound like what I expected. They were pretty kind, voices like silk blankets. If these guys asked me out, it'd be hard to say no. Best to take them in the ear. Go straight to the brain and ride out, he said while his friend was taking the worm. He continued how to tell us how it works in that alluring voice. Once they're inside, you're gonna start hearing things. Stay calm and let it talk. Once it's had its fill, it'll slide right out your ear. That part's my favorite. The guy next to him was having quite a good time. Actually, more than good. I've never seen someone's face look like that before. Eyes rolling to the back of his head, hands clenching, almost tearing the fabric out of the chair he was in, body curling and thrashing about. He was biting his lip so hard that blood was coming out. If I needed any more proof, not anymore. He handed me one. My girlfriend seemed so excited to watch me drown in pleasure. You wouldn't want to disappoint your lady, right? Go on. So I did. I tilted my head towards the left and let the worm crawl inside. Ooh. That sensation felt better than I expected. Such warm insides. My warm slime coats the inside of his ears. Holy shit. As easy as the others. His ears translate the sound of his own wails. I have reached the brain. So soft. You want me here, don't you? Your brain has never felt like this before. Ecstasy beyond your wildest realities. Every fold hungers for my shape to slip through. The walls embrace me so lovingly. Oh my god, this is so much better than I imagined. It only gets better from here. Towards the next part of your brain. Folds as tight as the last, but warmth as new as the dawn. Inching further down, I can taste each of your thoughts. I can feel your brain telling you to breathe. Breathe for me. Breathe your song of ecstasy. Breathe until you can't. Your body has gone still. You cannot move. You struggle to breathe. Your body tells me that you want me to stay, to continue sliding my way through each slimy crevice. You can hear the others calling for help, trying to get you to safety. But you cannot worry about that. You are with me, and I have only just begun. And I won't stop until I know that my putrid shape has carved itself as memory in you. Where every moment you see your lover, you will remember me instead. I remember when your people called us parasites. Oh, how things have changed. Um, did it scare you? I hope so. It's my first attempt at horror. They're publishing it. I've done horror a lot before, and it's not the only thing I do, but I didn't want it to be tasteless shock value, so I really tried with this one, and I hope you did enjoy. But it is Seeretics, the writer, the composer, so I made the music, and the artist behind this little short story that I made. There's not going to be any continuation, so sorry about that. There will be more works like it, but this is more of a standalone piece, just made to exist by itself for its own interpretations and whatnot. Speaking of interpretations, I'll give you some hints behind it with a backstory. So, I had a nightmare about this premise. Basically, I was the victim of the parasite. And instead of being afraid of what I saw, I thought to myself, maybe I could make a story out of this, because that is an interesting premise. So I told my friend about my dream. He told me to write it down. And I didn't think too much about it because I thought it was going to be one of those situations where I write down the dream and I just kind of leave it alone. But no, I guess I was prompted to actually engage and make something out of it. I was actually close to not finishing this because I have a bit of a perfectionist attitude, but I've been doing some self-help, I guess. Basically, I've been working on myself to rid my psyche of this perfectionist attitude that hinders me from actually exploring my artistic capabilities. So that's the backstory, and the themes are, well, I'm sure you can tell there is a bit of a grotesquely erotic undertone to this story because, well, a lot of pleasure does have a sense of eroticism behind it. It makes you feel good in certain places, don't it? I imagine if there's a parasite that were to, make you feel good and feed off of that, it would attack that which is most pleasurable to humans. So that's why it has that undertone, but it's not really an allegory for anything sexual, but more about those cultural pressures that we face. When you feel like you have to do something because other people are doing it, that kind of thing. Now, I don't really have too much of an issue with peer pressure. I have an issue with self-esteem, don't get me wrong, but peer pressure has never really been something I fell so hard into, mainly because I can almost guess autistic brain can't really find the enjoyment behind the things that other people enjoy. Not saying they're wrong for enjoying it, because I can be wrong for some of the things that I enjoy, because, well, let's not go too deep into that. But the point is that I've had experiences with peer pressure and I don't really fall easy. I'm the type of guy, I need a little more than come on do it. I need a little bit more proof on why I should do something like that. So, and it also depends on what it is. Like, drugs have been a hard no for me. I've seen the side effects. I've heard too many stories. I have too many anxieties about what could happen to my pretty little face and my chiseled body. So I'm not gonna indulge in that. Alcohol, I pressured myself into doing it. Not really pressure, but more like, might as well. It's something you do because you want to. One of those things. I don't drink to be the life of the party. If I'm drinking, it's because I feel like it. The sensation of alcohol after can be a bit satisfying. I do kind of like that little warm sensation in the guts. But yeah, and then the last sort of cultural pressure that I've faced is sex. Now, this is one I'm a bit odd about, and it's probably why there are some sexual undertones in this piece. Subconsciously, I want sex like most people, but the ways in which some people go out to actually get sex are a bit concerning to me. And I feel like there's a type of pressure to indulge in, well, being manipulative. Like, I can't, for the life of me, lie just for sex. Like, I've done it before. Not the manipulating part, the sex part. I've done it before, and it's good. It's really good, actually. When you actually like the person. I don't know what it's like when you don't really care, but when you really like the person, it's nice, but it doesn't seem worth all the effort that manipulating would have to, endure. So that's why I don't really care so much to do all of that in such a way. If I'm going to have sex with somebody, it needs to process rightly in my mind that the other person would actually want the thing, and not just, hey, this is a thing that I want, let me convince this other person that they should do it. Saying that out loud, I guess there's an aspect of that in the story as well, with the main character's girlfriend kind of enticing him towards this direction, because, well, sometimes we make choices not because we actually want to do the thing, but because someone else told us, someone else convinced us, and that's kind of the tragedy behind this. The main character never really wanted to do all of that. He just found himself in a predicament where he did. He wanted to... Excuse me, I burped. He wanted to make his girlfriend happy, and, like most of us, we want to make the people that we love happy, so we tend to do some things that we wouldn't actually want to do, whether to keep them around so that we're not lonely, or because we're just ignorant within the moment and don't really know what we're doing. Regardless of the case, you might end up in a predicament like this, not with a parasitic alien type of worm in your head, of course, but something akin to a situation that would lead you into hospital, or even gone. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, though. That's not a fate that I wish. It's just, this little piece of mine is a way for me to kind of explore those things that I just talked about. So yeah, this is the first of many. If you did enjoy, a like and a subscribe would be very appreciated. You will get more content like this, and will also be able to witness the progression of certain stories, because foreshadow, I do actually plan on making a full story including many different themes and subjects. So if you like this one, I'm sure you'll like some of my other work. And for me, it puts me out there and gets the algorithm to notice me. And that's always a plus, right? Getting noticed by the algorithm. I would like not just to make a living off of this, but to actually get my work out there. So, all that aside, if you did enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.